It is talk pit time. So today, in the show, we're about to go pick up my cousin. I'm just gonna pull up to her house and say, "Hey, come outside. Like, I want to talk to you." Since she lives right around the corner from me, I'm gonna just pull up. Y'all like that? Whoa. So, I thought it would be great to share a story today. We'll have her share her story today because this week it was a great week for me, and I learned a lot this week. But actually, this week, someone said something about my show, and I know that it was probably, out of, just being malicious or something like that, but they called my show ghetto because I do my show in the car. I do it everywhere. Like, I'm not a person that like to be confined into like one space. Like, I already have to be in one space for work. Like, I just want my show to be everywhere. So it just really, really pushed me into high gear on like working on my show. So let's go ahead and pull up on her, beat my horn. That was me. Guess who I got in the talk pit? So I was able to pick up my cousin. I did an intro video before you got in here. I'm like, I'm about to pull up.
Hey.
I did one of those. So we're gonna take this little ride. We decided that we're gonna go get some vegan soul food again, cause that's my new thing. Like, I'm trying to be healthy and I want to be unhealthy, and that's the closest way of being healthy and unhealthy at the same time is just getting vegan soul food, so I can get some yams and macaroni and cheese and stuff.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm anything at this point that'll keep me on track with my calories, and then at the same time not on track with my calories. I'm here for it. But I thought it would be good to have you in here so we can have a little discussion. But before we start, I could do my little bragging. I need to do my bragging first. So about a month and some weeks, about a few weeks, Crystal got her bachelor's. Yes. Class of 2019. Okay. So last year was like I ain't gonna say it was a crazy year for you, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
But you did that.
Right.
Like, you legit did that. And I am so proud of you.
Thank you so
much.
much.
I am so proud of you. I'm like, she did that. Like,
yes. I was like, I have to. Now I gotta show out.
You got to. Like, you gotta do it for the family, for one. You gotta do it for you.
Right.
Like, now you can get all these good jobs out here. Like, everything. I've been telling people that I really feel like if they go up on minimum wage, they're gonna need a bachelor's just to work at McDonald's. Like,
no, that is actually true.
Yes, like $15. People want $15 an hour and don't think that it's gonna require more. Like no,
higher education.
Yes, it's gonna require a bachelor's to go to work at McDonald's if minimum wage go to $15 an hour. That's just my theory. Conspiracy theories are my thing. But I wanted to say that now. A lot of people don't even know because they don't really know you like that.
Right.
They don't know why last year was crazy. So, Crystal got into a car accident, y'all. A whole car accident. So wait, what happened?
Okay, like, I woke up and I was getting ready for work. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And so it was like snowing outside, like heavy, but I knew I could handle it because I'm like, it's not going to be that bad. I'm going to just take my time regardless if I'm going to be late or not. And I was on a two-way street where the cars just come like, back and forth, like,
Okay, I see what you're talking about. So one coming this way, one going this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was on that type of street. And it was a man in front of me, and we was like at a halt. So, and it's a big ditch on the side of me. And I seen the lady swerving, but it's like nothing I could really do about it because it was like either go in the ditch, and the ditch got like water and everything else in it because it's out in the country, or like let this lady hit me. And so when she hit me, I kind of like blacked out, and so I didn't really know she like hit me. She hit me head on.
So she was coming this way, you were going this way?
Right.
Okay.
And I was I was stopped or whatever, and so she hit me like head on, and when she hit me head on, like the car crunched in like on me, and everything in the car kind of fell on me. And so when she hit me, the guy in the front of me, he like had to go and hit somebody else from the back because he didn't want her to hit him too, and he had his
Right.
kids in the car because they was on the way to work. They're in like school or whatever. And so when that happened, he jumped out the car and he immediately came to me because he told me he was an emergency responder. And I was like, wow, that's God, because
Yeah.
like it just so happened.
When? Like, everybody always, where's the doctor? Where's the...
Right.
Someone right here that can actually help you.
Yes. And so he like came to the passenger side because the driver's side, nothing was working. The door wasn't open. The car was smoking. Like, I was freaking out because I'm like, what if this car blow up?
Girl, I've been thinking about Final Destination
Yes.
all the time. I've been like, nope.
Yeah, so I was just like, in my head, I'm like, this car is like gonna blow up. So I was like freaking out trying to get the door open, but it was jam closed. So I couldn't get the door open, and like I didn't even like feel any pain at the moment. I'm like, right now my adrenaline rushing. I'm just
Right.
trying to get out this car, and the
Right.
man, he was telling me like, just stay calm, like calm down, but I couldn't. So I was, I was looking for my phone. I'm like, I have to call my dad. Like that was my first thing. It wasn't even call 911. It was like, I have to call my dad.
Right.
And so when I did that, I called my dad, and he was like, I was trying to stay as calm as possible because I don't like
Freaking people out.
freaking people
yeah.
out, and I know how my family is with anxiety. So I was like, hey dad, this lady just hit me. And he was like, what do you mean she hit me? And I was just like bust out crying, like freaking out. And then that's when everything was just like, my adrenaline was kind of like slowing down. I started feeling all the pain. So after I got off the phone with him, he was like, I'm on my way. He got my location like at all times. So he was like, I'm on my way. And I called my mom next. And with her, you have to be like very calm. Your
She
auntie.
will freak out.
Yes.
She will freak out.
So I had to stay very calm. Like, I was just at the point where I was just like, okay, Mom, I'm in a car accident. I'm okay. I think that my ankle is messed up because at the time I'm like, I was looking at it. I knew it was messed up.
Right.
But I just tried to keep her calm, but that didn't even keep her calm. She freaked out.
Panicking.
Yeah, she
I'm about to
freaked
get
out.
the prayer warriors on the phone.
Yeah. She freaked out. Like, she was worse than me at the moment. I'm like, okay, so she's like freaking out, asking, where are you? And at the moment, I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Right.
Like, I knew where I was, but like in my head, I'm like, I can't tell you. Like, just follow my location. Porsche got it, blah blah. And so after that, like,
Now you was in Saginaw when this happened, right?
yes, I was in Saginaw. I'm not gonna speak on their drivers, but their drivers are crazy. Like, she had a truck, so I guess she felt like she could go fast. Like, I had an SUV, and it's like a nice size. So the emergency responder, he was like asking me like constantly, like, what's your name, like how old are you, just to
Making
keep
sure
me
you know your
conscious.
memory.
Yeah, like, and so because when she hit me, I actually blacked out. And like when I opened my eyes, like the airbag had already like hit me. Like the airbags are very strong. Like,
Yeah.
them airbags are no
Knocks-
joke.
knocks some wind out of
okay,
you.
like my neck was hurting, everything, my chest, just from the airbag. And so he was asking me like, what's your name, all this other stuff. So I was like, why do you keep asking me that? Because I was like agitated at that
Right.
point. And so when the police got there, he was like, I need to see your like all your information. So I'm like, just, you can go through my purse, you can go through the glove compartment, like get everything you need out of there, like, because I was just like in so much pain where I couldn't even like hold a conversation. And then like
Right.
I seen how my ankle was, and I was just like, oh no, like I can't. Every time I looked at it, it freaked me out even more.
I
Like,
bet.
yes, it was like turned, like it was bad. So,
Oh, no.
okay, I was like, okay, this is not it. And then when the fire department got there and the paramedics and stuff, because the fire department had to come because they had to get the door open, because I couldn't like go out on the passenger side because it was too hard for me with my foot being like that. And then like my knee was like bleeding constantly.
Oh my God! So this is like some real movie stuff. Like
Yes.
they got to cut the door open.
Yes, they had to like get the
no.
door open and all type of stuff. They got the door open, and he was like, I had on my Uggs or whatever. He was like, is it okay if I cut them? I'm like, you can do whatever. you
Take
have
them
to do."
off.
Okay, because he tried to pull it off, and I'm like, oh no. And he was like, oh, well, I have to cut them. I'm sorry.
You owe me $150 for
Okay.
these goods. Take them in, we'll be
Yeah.
sewing them back together.
And so after that, my adrenaline was like really down. By the time I got in the ambulance, it was like the adrenaline wasn't there anymore. And so, like, I was in the ambulance freaking out. Like, because it was so painful. It was like the worst. I wouldn't wish this on my enemy. Like, it was so much pain. So he was just giving me whatever they had. He was like, I can only give you so much.
Dope her up, doc.
Yeah, he was like, I can only give you so much until we get to the hospital. And so when we got to the hospital, they did everything. Like, I guess they put me to sleep to put like a little soft cast on me. I woke up, it was a soft cast on my foot, and it was kind of like turned the normal way. And so after that, I had to be like in a 6-hour surgery, or I don't know if it was longer. I think it was 6 hours. And all my friends and family was out there waiting for me, and that was like the best part about it. I'm like knowing that I wasn't up there by myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you got the cast on. Your family don't live in Saginaw. We are literally closest to the city. Like,
yes.
Literally, we're all Clinton Township, Detroit, everything. So, how long did you stay at the hospital?
I was at the hospital 3 days.
3 days. Yeah. So then you had to come home,
Yes.
which is like 2 hours away from your school or an hour away from your school.
It's about 2 hours.
And your leg is messed up. So now you got a cast on.
Yes.
So, like, what happened? Wait, what happened with the lady? Like, was she good or?
She was good. Like, she got out the car and she was just staring at me when she got out her car. And when I seen her just staring at me, it was like kind of like making me angry. I'm
Right.
like, you just hit me, like. And I was,
Anything you want to say?
yeah, like, and she was an older white lady, so I guess she was like, you know, I don't know where her mind was, but she was like, I could tell she was kind of nervous or whatever, and she was looking like, oh my God, what did I just do?
A lawsuit, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so glad.
And so she was just like looking at me, and then when the emergency responders saw like she was okay, he didn't even like go to her. He came straight to me, and I'm like, well, I'm glad that he's not like biased and be like, oh, I'm just stand here and see what happened to her.
Right.
Like, he came straight to me because he seen how my car was looking. It was terrible. Like,
Right, because you couldn't even, you didn't even got the truck no more.
no, it was total. And I was hurt because I didn't even have it for a year yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it would have been a year in December, and my car accident had happened in November.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, wow, I haven't even had this truck. And I was like really mad about my car. I kept telling my daddy, like, my car. Like, and he's
Right.
like, no, you need to worry about you. Like, you can always get a new car.
That
Like,
is true. That is all
Yeah.
facts. So, you came back home, got a cast on. Like, this lady has literally changed your life.
Changed it, like, dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, now you're a college student, so you can party on the weekends. You can't party with a cast on.
Okay.
So you was in a bed. Like,
Yes.
how was it, like, just transitioning? Like, your friends is hanging out. You can't really do much because you got your cast on. Your family.
Right.
I know we was doing stuff, and you couldn't really go out because of
Right.
cast. And
Mhm.
I know it had to, like, affect you, like, maybe anger that it happened or,
Yeah.
like, sadness.
It was like a mix of emotions. It was kind of like, at one moment I was just like, why did this happen to me?
Mhm.
I'm like, why did God let this happen to me? Because I feel like I was at a point in my life where I was just like doing a lot of praying, and I was just like trying to become a better me. And I'm like, wow, I kind of felt like, why did God let this happen to me?
Right.
And so I was kind of like, I don't want to say I was angry at God, but I was just like, why me? I
Right,
was
I
like
mean,
kind of questioning it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
normal. Like, if you, especially, like, if you, like, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. Like,
Right.
I'm going to school. I'm doing everything right. I'm
Right.
praying.
And that's
like,
what I was on, like,
right. And I
Yeah.
just got my truck. How?
right. And I was just like, and I was trying to think about all the things. I'm like, what did I do wrong? I'm like, I was really trying to go through it in my head, like the whole process. And I'm like, well, I wasn't even moving. I'm like, I couldn't have possibly even did anything wrong. So I'm like, nothing was my fault in this point. And I had to like let myself know that. 'Cause
Right.
I just felt like it was like my fault in a way. But yeah.
And then, while being at home, you still had school.
Right.
So you had to miss classes.
Yes. And I only had like maybe like 3 weeks left of school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a point where like I'm like, I have to do finals, I have to do projects, I have to do all type of stuff, write papers.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke to some of my professors, and they like, oh, well, it's okay, you can still, you know, just do your finals and that's it. Don't worry about like the little assignments that we have left. And that was just like, I'm like, okay, that was cool. But then it was one professor, he was like, oh, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, or whatever. Like, you can't do the final paper if you can't come in and do a presentation. I'm like, well, how am I going to stand up on my foot, like, in front of the class? Like, I couldn't really do that. And he was, like, expecting me to do a whole bunch of stuff. So he was like, well, if you can't do that, then I basically had to fail the class. And so I had to like go through doing a whole bunch of paperwork with that so it could turn into a W, like a withdrawal, instead of having an F on my transcript. And so I ended up having to retake that class. And it was just like, I'm like, this is my like last, I was supposed to graduate in May of 2019. So I'm like, wow, this is like crazy. This put me like way off. And at the moment, I'm like, I don't even want to finish school. Like, all this just happened. I don't want to finish school. I was crying to my parents, telling them I didn't want to go back to Saginaw. I'm like, I don't want to go back. And so all that school, it was just like draining.
So what was it that pushed you and said, you know what, I'm not going to give in to my thoughts. I'm not going, not going back. What made you go back?
What made me like go back to school?
Yeah.
Well, I like, my parents and my family, they really was just like pushing me. They like giving me support and advice. They like, well, Krista, you good, you got to go back to school. And then like my mom was like, you can take online at home and just like make sure you handle this semester and graduate in December. And so I was just like, I don't know, all my friends was like graduating in May. Like my best friend graduated in May. I'm like, I'm supposed to be graduating with them.
Right.
But my family giving me advice and everything, they kind of pushed me to finish school. And then I was doing a lot of praying too when I was down, because I was just in my thoughts, because I was basically at home by myself. Like when my mom was at work, I was at home by myself. So I'm like, I'm just in my thoughts. I'm like, I need to be praying at this moment because it's nothing but the devil.
Right. So like, how long was you down in your thoughts?
It was a minute. Like, car accidents is like mentally draining, and I didn't think that it would affect me like that. I thought it was like my ankle was gonna be messed up and I was gonna be good after like 3 months. But I could say it was like 5 months where I was just like mentally drained. I didn't even want to like be bothered. It was just like, I know I had all the support from like you and our other cousins and my mom, my dad, your mom. She was always calling me like, hey, did you eat? You want some food? Like, she was always calling me. And so I'm like, yeah. Like, even though I had all that support there, I still felt like I was just, like, by myself, basically. And I'm like, nobody understand what it's like to go through this. So I kind of just made myself kind of be in my thoughts, I guess, because, I don't know.
Yeah, because, I mean, it naturally happens. Like, you like, y'all don't understand.
Right.
You don't get it.
Right. And it's like, I came from being able to do everything by myself. I was working, I had my truck, I was just like able to do everything by myself. And I got to the point where I'm like, I can't even like do anything now. I can't like simple things like taking a shower by myself. I couldn't do that. Like my mom had to help me with doing that. So I just felt like, I'm like, you have to help me do everything, and I kind of felt bad. I'm like, I'm putting all this stress on you and my siblings and stuff. So yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, because it's like, I wanted to bring that out because sometimes we all go through different things. And it's not necessarily something that's supposed to happen, but calamity, like, it happens. Like, you can't really say when, where, how, but sometimes it always find a way to something happens, and it shows, like, when people bounce back, their strength. Like, because I know some people,
definitely.
Like, if I would have been in the car, it's like, girl, I'm not driving no more, first of all.
Okay, that's how I was feeling, though. I was like, I don't ever want to drive. Like, I'm just done with it. Like, there's too much anxiety.
That lady would have been paying for my driver.
Okay.
And I want one of them big old trucks that they have on VH1, Love and Hip Hop, that they be riding in.
Okay.
I want to ride like that.
With tinted windows.
Hello. Open my door for me. I'm getting out. I'm getting back in. Open the door.
Okay.
Like, that would have been me. But, like, I commend you. Like, I commend you for being, like, strong and going back to school and actually finishing it. Because that is, like, a downer. Like, you've been working hard. You wanted to graduate with your friends. You wasn't
Right.
able to because of someone else.
Right.
You know, their mistake and them not being safe. And it shows how it's not necessarily always you. Sometimes it can be just someone around you
Right.
that can mess up something in your life. So it's important to know like who's around you
Yeah.
and everything like that.
That's definitely.
And I think,
a thing.
yeah, like I think that you've been doing good on it. Because I mean, honestly, I could say like your friends, I'm okay with them. Like I'm okay
Right.
with them. Like I've seen some of my cousins have friends, and I'd be like, why is that your friend?
Right.
But your friends, y'all actually fit each other, and I
Yeah.
like it. Like y'all keep each other on the right
Mhm.
path, and it's like it's so important to have the right people around you.
Right. Because my friends, like, when I was down there, I called them because they like the next thing, like closest to family. Because when we down in Saginaw, it's like you away from all your family 2 hours, 3 hours.
Right.
And so I called them freaking out, and like they was at work. They like left work, came to the hospital, and sat with me for 6 hours while I was in my surgery. I'm like, I really appreciate y'all for that. Like y'all didn't have to do that.
Right.
Like call off work and leave work and everything just to come up there.
No, that's love.
Yeah.
That's like real love. Oh, I don't like this street. I remember it's down the street because I always get confused because it's by Kirchwell. So it's somewhere. It's like you'll see it. It's so low key, but their food is actually like pretty good. But it's I don't know. We'll taste it. You'll see. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be your new spot. But that was a great story to share. I just wanted to like share it because you know people get news sometimes or they get some information and it makes them feel like they need to give up.
Right.
And then you get those thoughts like, man, I shouldn't even bother. Like I was already doing something and it didn't work. Just forget it.
Right.
And sometimes you can't just throw in the rag. Like you got to keep on pushing. Even if you got to push yourself or use some crutches or anything like that,
Right.
do it. Get it done.
Because in the long run, it's gonna be worth it. Like you're gonna come out stronger. You're gonna come out basically winning. Because like now I'm like, I'm happy that I finished because now I got my bachelor's degree. I got offered a position. I'm
Yes.
like, okay, so I'm like, this is my time because I spent basically all last year on crutches and a cast, and so I'm like, now I don't care. I'm not letting
Girl,
that stop me.
Now you can walk around
Okay.
free. Hello, and you got your bachelor's.
Yes.
What?
Okay.
Big okay? Like, so proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
2020 is definitely a good year. You got your job, girl.
Right.
We out here. We taking trips.
Okay.
Okay?
Trying to take.
We're gonna take some
going
trips
to.
this year. Wait, Vegas. Well, I think we already got Vegas taken care of, but we leaving the country.
Definitely.
Leaving the country a couple times.
Definitely up for that.
But that was the show. I hope you guys took something from that and learned that you can't just give up. You can't just give up. Even when things happen in life, it might hurt, like physically, emotionally, but you can't give up. Like, when my show was called Ghetto this week, I ain't gonna lie, it hurt my feelings.
Right.
And I was like, well, maybe I should just stop doing the show in the car. And maybe I should just be more professional. But I'm like, no, this is how I want it right now. Like,
This
I
is
want to
how
be
you
able to
want it?
move. Yeah, like,
Right.
I want to move the way I want to move, and I don't want to be in four walls.
Right.
So that was my thing. I'm like, you know what? I can't stop. I can't stop what I'm doing because of something somebody else to say or something, of anything. Can't stop at all. But as I always say, if you don't take action, you're choosing to stay in a situation. So be the change that you want, be the energy that you want, and vibe with it. So I'm out of this thing. This has been Mika and my guest for today, Crystal. And we're about to eat good. I'm probably going to take a nap, wake back up. I might watch Power because I haven't watched Power in like...
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in like 3 weeks because I haven't been like, I don't want to see all the episodes. I just want to see the last episode, and that's it. I don't care about nobody else's day on the show. Like, I heard the last few episodes have been about the same thing, showing the same scene and stuff. I don't care about that.
The episode already. I'm like, have I seen this?
Exactly. That's what everybody's saying. Like, I've already seen this, and I'm like, yeah, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. I just want to get to who killed Ghost, and that's it. So We out this thing, y'all.